Hi guys, just giving you one more tutorial on how to use the machine a little bit more to help you out. You already saw a video of how to thread the machine all the way through, how to put the bobbin thread in and pull the bobbin thread, which is the white thread, out through this hole here. Every single time that you do a new bag, you're going to have to kind of thread the bobbin thread so it's coming out of this hole. So, I've already attached my bag to the C-hoop. I'm just using the back of a bag. I'm going to show you pretty much how to embroider a name, just so you have a little bit more of a visual. Go ahead and put your bag on the machine. Might have to maneuver it in there a little bit. And then it clamps on back there. Turn it so it's tight. Move your thread out of the way. Alright, so we're going to come over here, and this is the part I want to show you. So just so you know, that arm that we just attached to move that inner out farther away from the machine, push this little button here, and these icons pop up. To move it back towards the machine, push that button. To move it away from the machine, push that button. Now make sure the arm is always close to the machine when you're putting it away. That way it won't break or anything will go wrong. So you're ready to type a name in. Click the ABC button and it brings you to your letter pad. Now, just a couple things to notice. You're always going to want to be set on small. You'll see there's an icon right here that I'm clicking. It goes to large, medium, small. You'll see it kind of changes, the height changes. Sorry if it's a little blurry. But you'll want to leave it on small unless you're doing a word that's like super short or you're doing a monogram. You might be able to do medium, but you want to make sure it's going to fit in the hoop. Next, over here, you're going to want to change this so the AB is vertical. If you click it again, see the AB is going horizontally, but you want the letters to be embroidered going this way and not this way. That makes sense. So, go ahead and click that. If you need numbers or quotations or anything like that, punctuation, you click that button. If you need capital or lowercase, or excuse me, if you need accent marks, click that button. If you need capital or lowercase, click here. And if you want to change the font, you can choose any of these fonts. You can choose 2-letter monogram or 3-letter monogram. If you want to do that, just a reminder, if you do a 3-letter monogram, the last name should always be the middle letter. So we're going to go back and not do a monogram. We're just going to do a regular name again. If you want to give people the option of a font, you can. If you want to save yourself some trouble and say this is the only font, you can do that too. It's totally up to you. So we'll just write Emmy. Okay, so we've done Emmy. Say you're wanting to write, like, someone wants Emmy and then their last initial or something. You can click these buttons for a big space or a little space and say I want an M. You can do that. Now if you're doing like two full names, you're not going to do it like this because you can't do more than 10 letters on one line. And I'll show you how to do that in a second. So say I want to do MEM, I'm like good with that. Click OK. Okay, and it brings us to this. Before we do anything, we need to click the edit button. And see, this is massive and not going to fit. So we're going to center it, and then we need to scale it down by clicking the little scale button. It only goes down 10% at a time, so you're going to have to watch that. So you're going to go back to OK, and you want to scale it down again. You know it's still too big. I'm going to scale it down another 10%. Go OK. See, it's at 90%, so now we want to see if it'll fit in, so we'll push OK. And before you ever embroider a bag, you have to push this trace button, that little box there. And you see it's going to trace the outline of where the word's going to fall. And as you can see, it is way too big because it's overlapping the hoop. So we need to go back here, and we need to go back to Edit, and we need to scale it down again. Now the problem here might have been that I didn't change to small lettering and left it on a bigger lettering. So just go through the process again, click OK, hit the trace button, watch it. And that seems still a little too close. So you're going to want to go ahead and go back again, click Edit, resize again, and hopefully this does the trick. So click OK, let's click Trace again. And it still looks like it's overlapping just a little bit. So like I said, Edit, resize, make it smaller, click OK. Now when you're sizing up, likewise you can size it bigger if you need to, and you can do that an unlimited amount. It's not only 10% like going down. Like I said earlier, how you want to make sure your word's going horizontal. If you forgot to do that, this button here, this 45-degree button, you can easily change. So it'll spin it around so you don't have to start over again. So, alright, I'm going to say OK because we sized it down again. We're going to click Trace again. Once again, I still feel like it's too close. So this is why it's so important for you to make sure you're set on small from the very beginning. That way you don't run into this issue. So OK, that should definitely fit. And it does. So now we're confident that it's going to fit within the space. We're ready to go. Let's make sure our thread is kind of out of the way here. We're going to move the presser foot down using this lever back here. See, it goes up and down. And that moves this plastic piece up and down against the machine. So we're ready to go. We're going to push the green button. And it's going to start. Now just a couple things. You see that the machine stopped and this came up on it. There's nothing wrong with the machine. All it's doing is asking you to raise the presser foot up. And this extra trail of thread that's not getting sewn in, they just want you to snip it off and get it out of the way so it doesn't get tangled. So you'll go ahead and push the presser foot down again, push the green button, and you're good to go. And you'll want to watch the machine, just to make sure it's not getting tangled up. If you need to stop it for any reason, push the stop button. You'll see right here is your thread count. So say I needed to stop the machine because something's going on. I stopped it. Here's my thread count. And if you need to go back 10 stitches or forward, you can just push the minus button and I'll send you back 10 stitches if you need to start over if something messes up. But other than that, you're still good to go. It'll start embroidering again. This tells you how much time it's going to take to embroider. And once it's finished, you'll want to take the hoop off, cut the excess threads in between, and you should be good to go. Alright, thanks so much.